There's this German publisher company called Aerosoft that was accused of refusing to pay several VTubers and YouTubers promotional fees, one of which being Hololive's Raiden. And apparently, they've refused to pay her $10,000 or so, is what we initially believed. But the story has taken a turn. So at first, it's the developer of this DLC for like a simulation game that tweeted that he's getting scammed, and they're scamming Hololive, they're scamming Raiden out of the money. And at first, everybody was blaming the German publisher company Aerosoft. And then the developer is called Aurora Studio. And they released an official statement regarding unpaid promotional fees and Aerosoft's breach of contract. And it's basically this one guy doing a video. The video is in another language, so we're gonna go off translations. Basically, he's saying, I'm deeply sorry for letting everyone down. This is Shiko-sama from Aurora Studio, and as I write this, I'm standing at the NR Numazu station. I spent years creating to 100% perfection in our game. Omisai add-on project Numazu, and I'm not here today to celebrate our games launch. I'm here to offer my deepest apology to Hololive's Jufute Raden, Numazu local VTuber Nishiari Meme, and Taiwanese streamer AJ, and all the Asian players who supported us. Basically, these creators have done promotional campaigns for this DLC, and they apparently never got paid for it. Oh, you have archives? Nice. So these were the images. This is screenshots of images of the Reddit posts that got taken down. So he says Aura Studio is currently unable to pay the 10,000 plus euro PR and promotional fees we owe to these creators. But this is not because we are absconding with the funds, nor is it because the game failed to sell. It's because our German publisher, Aerosoft, has unilaterally torn up our contracts and maliciously withheld the hard-earned money that rightfully belongs to these Asian creators. He says, and then there's like this, AI generated bullet point saying a betrayal in black and white. Clause 2 of our publishing contract explicitly states marketing and PR costs for the product will be covered by Aerosoft. Yet, after our partnered streamers generated over 200,000 views and 706 direct sales, Aerosoft unilaterally froze the budget and refused to settle the invoice. They scapegoated a 13-year-old engine. The game experienced a 17% refund rate because Aerosoft is still using the outdated 32-bit engine of OMSI2 from 2013. Cannot handle the high-fidelity modern Japanese streets we built, causing out-of-memory crashes instead of addressing their technological obsolescence. They blamed our Asian marketing strategy. You can see he's big on the Asian branding. Vampiric double exploitation. Riding on the massive promotion from top-tier Asian VTubers, Aerosoft pocketed a 40% revenue cut from our Numazu DLC and sold countless copies of the OMSI 2 base game. They made a fortune, yet refused to pay the PR fees. They even rejected our plea to advance the payment against our future royalties. And finally, the ultimate reply all humiliation. When we fought to get our Asian partners paid, Aerosoft as CEO, Mr. Winfried, sent his payment refusal email and hit reply all. Dragon Cover Corp's overseas representatives, Japanese local VTubers, Taiwanese VTubers, and myself into the same thread to professionally humiliate me in front of my partners. The ultimate reply all humiliation is such a funny title for his bullet point. This is not just unpaid wages, this is a blatant trampling and contempt by legacy Western capital against the Asian ACG economy and indie creators. Because of this malicious financial cutoff, not only are we unable to pay the idols, but the development funds for our upcoming title, Revenant of Tsushima, have been completely severed. So he's doing this big show, he's going after Aerosoft, he's saying they're breaching the contract, they're stealing from us, they're scamming Hololive and Cover Corp. But then people started digging into this. And this guy is actually just fucking stupid. Basically, what he did is that he tried to get these big influencers to sponsor his game that he was developing. But the fees are usually covered by the publisher. And then there's been some email exchange that have been released between them where the publisher Aerosoft is basically telling him, listen, the budget you are giving for your DLC is way too high. Budgets for DLC cap at 10,000 and you want to give like one creator $10,000, you do not get to decide how that money is spent. We get to decide that. So this dude went ahead, signed contracts with these content creators without the approval of the German publisher company Aerosoft. And then he's like, "What the fuck? They refused to pay us. They refused to do their part of the deal." But there was never a deal. Like, they never signed a contract. They never okayed it. They never approved it. This guy just went completely rogue. Oh, he spent his budget already and he was asking for 10K on top? That's even worse. Now he's, going everywhere. He's acting like a graduated, VTuber. He's doing the graduated VTuber strat, Black Corpo. He made Aerosoft helped him fund and develop his DLC too. He made a video where he explains the loans he got. They even bought him a PC and everything. So, and then we found out that Aurora Studio is basically just this guy. There's no one else in his company. He's a single person. He made a playlist that he's been linking everywhere where he just shitting on the publisher. Yeah, I had the email somewhere, but I'm trying to look. That's his YouTube playlist. Aerosoft drop his credits. He's made 10 videos. Well, he didn't make these videos. He's adding, there's 10 videos in this playlist, and he's linking the playlist as much as he can, trying to gather as much support. This is a guy, Shiko-sama. He's made some posts last year on his project where he talks about how he built it and how he reached out to Aerosoft with a portfolio, and then they gave them a chance to do Project Numazu, and he wanted it to become an official DLC. I'm not entirely sure if it became official. Amisai is old. It Engines predates Aqua's debut, but instead of chasing graphics, I focus on atmosphere. And then he complains that his post didn't get enough traction. He's like, does Asian mean no one care? Oh, it was official, yeah. So, I mean, so far, I feel like so far they were helping him out, right? They gave him everything he wanted. They gave him the funding for his project. They made his DLC official. It's a very niche DLC. They gave him $8,500 for budget, and he spent it all. Allocations of additional £5,000 marketing budget. Hi, Martine. Here's the breakdown for the additional €5,000. €2,000 business travel for official partnership meeting with Numazu City Hall, tourism department, and local stakeholders. €1,000 talent fees for launch week, including Numazu City's official VTuber Nishura Meme and local community influencers. £1,000 for numerous influencer? You're not going to go far with that. £2,000 commitment fee to Cover Corp to secure the Hosho Marine promotion window in mid-April. I don't think Hosho Marine ended up promoting his DLC, did she? I mean, €5,000 is not 10K. It's a little less than that. Yeah, he asked €2,000 just to do a deposit on Marine's sponsorship. I think a Marine sponsorship would be worth maybe $20,000 at the very least. Yeah, there was no Marine stream. I think we checked that. And then the representative from IRF responds saying, "Hi, Shiko. What will the additional 5,000 marketing budget be used for? This will increase the general upfront budget to €8,500, if I recall correctly." If Andreas agrees, I think the 5,000 additional budget is okay. This would definitely be the last payment before release. Then, kind regards, Martine. So he asked for €2,000 for Cover Corp, but when he's complaining in his video, he says they're refusing to pay 10K for Raiden. How did 2K turn into 10K? Is he lying to exaggerate this? And basically, he's like, what I'm understanding is that he's claiming Aurora Studios scammed Cover Corp, but really he's the one that scammed them. Mind you, he said his DLC sold 709 copies and it's worth $25. His earlier post says they made a fortune. It was 17 to 18K. 10K on top of his 8.5K is already past all of his sales without taking streams cut. This is his Steam page. OMSI to add-on project Numazu. I mean, mixed reviews. This is super niche. Nobody's gonna see this. So I guess he was pushing to hire streamer to drive up sales. He says this is not just unpaid wages, it's blatant trampling and contempt by legacy Western capital. against the Asian economy and indie creators. This is just him. He's the solo guy at the studio. In one of his videos, he says, "Hi everyone, here at Hong Kong 2026 Creative Paradise. At the booth of Aurora Studio, I am Shiko. Today, thanks to Raiden Chan, the Hololive Vtuber, our achievement is being the first game developer in Hong Kong who owes a Hololive Vtuber a 5-figure salary. That's all. He's so proud about it. He's making it his whole thing that he's the first like Asian indie who owes a Hololive Vtuber a 5-figure salary." This is from LinkedIn, right? Or is this Reddit? I'm Shiko Sama, founder of Aurora Studio and sole dev of OMSI 2 Project Numazu. Our 35-year-old publisher took a 40% cut, and apparently that's a good deal, the 40% cut. Refused to pay for our Asia talents, including Hololive PR, said we decided, not you, the why developer cannot decide promotion path, lol. He's mad because the developer cannot decide the promotion path and refused to terminate, so Valve helped us take back our app ID, ask me anything. He showed part of his agreement with the distributor. He says the result, after reaping all the promotional benefits, German publisher Aerosoft actually tried to pass the buck and refused to pay the remaining PR fee. So, I naturally became Hong Kong's first legendary game developer to owe Hololive's Raiden $10,000. He's so full of himself. This is ridiculous. He also like spams his Patreon and comments every chance he gets. He's going full demon mode. This is his Patreon post: Global Community Investigation, the fall of a simulation giant. Aerosoft playlist archive. This is the YouTube playlist we checked out here. But now there's been new development. Cover Corp is now suing him. Aurora Studio terminated their publisher agreement with, well, obviously, Aurora Studio, that's him. He's a proud scammer, and the contract says it's strictly confidential. He's gonna get sued. Nobody let this guy in a car if he doesn't get a Mr. Beast collab. Yeah, he's on mega demon time. Also, I thought it was the other way around, but it's actually him who says that he... Did I get my facts wrong? He took back the rights of Project Nomazu. Is he allowed to do that? Is it legal? Full termination of Aerosoft game agreement and rights reclamation. So he's terminating his contract with them. Immediate roadmap relaunch. There's going to be an extension with what money, who knows. He's violating his contract. He already violated it by showing it. So he says 100% of IP and revenue rights reclaimed, all publishing rights, revenue distribution, and a 40% issuer dividend share previously held by Aerosoft for OMSI 2 add-on Project Numazu have been fully revoked and nullified by Aurora Studio. Direct platform community control, evidence, and legal documentation have been submitted to platforms operators, including Valve and Steam, to ensure distribution and ongoing revenue streams are directly managed by Aurora Studio, protecting all third-party collaborators and community assets. So I guess he contacted Steam directly, and he got his rights back, and he's like, instead of the money going to the publisher for the sales, it's going directly to him? This is crazy. And now Cover is suing him. I'm trying to find the... I have too many links. Oh yeah, I forgot to show this. This is one of the emails from Nova Fold Games. We have invested in marketing and PR before and directly after the release of the product and has presented it at the Tokyo Game Show. A DLC for OMSI is not a standalone full product. It is a DLC, and the marketing budget for a DLC is below $10,000 in total. We pay for marketing and PR, but we decide what we do and how much we spend, and not you. Sorry, but you're wrong in your estimation of the potential of your product. Look at sales and customer reactions. For me, this discussion is now finished. Kind regards, Philip Lambert. That's the CEO. So he's showing this email thinking it looks good for him, but it actually works against him because the guy is like schooling him on how things work and he just doesn't understand. So you would get 40% cut from DLC sales and 60% to the publishers based on contract. Yeah, he wasn't getting any sales on, so he wanted to spam collabs on Aerosoft Dime and just like pass them on the bill. But that's crazy. Like I could be him and be like, I'm gonna get Mr. Beast to promote my product. I'm gonna make millions of dollars, but you have to pay for it though. Of course, it doesn't work like that. Oh, that's a fake email? Okay. Oh. It basically says the same as the real one he sent, but there's a fake name. Oh, that's the real one? Wait, let me see. Oh, this is to Amira with Philip Lambert. And this is, hi, Shiko. We have invested in marketing and PR before, and directly after the release of the product as presented at Tokyo Game Show. Okay, it's exactly the same thing. For me, this discussion is now finished. Kind regards, Winfried. Winfried Diekman, CEO. Yeah, okay, it is easy to fake emails. It could be fake, but why is it so low res compared to the fake one? The fake one looks more real than the one he posted. Wait, he locked this Patreon post behind $20? He really is farming this for every single penny. Bro is hustling so hard. $20 for this post? Yeah, I moved my head. This is kind of a everybody's wrong about me situation. I can't believe he's like, I'm the first indie dev to own a whole Vtuber 5-figure salary. Bro, this is not something to brag about. You are getting sued now. He's like, how could he's scamming Hololive, and he's like, how could Ariosoft do this to us? I'm a big Raiden fan. Guys, help Raiden get her money back. But you can also support me on Patreon. And look at my post that's locked behind a $20 tier. What else can I find? So stupid. It's so unprofessional the way he posts too. Like, what is this? This photo captured the official Yuan birthday festival at the Numuzu Riverside Hotel on July 13, 2026. Key figures present: Shiko-sama, Shushi Yorishige, mayor of Numazu City; Aka Kobayashi, official voice actor for Yoshiko Tsushima; and Kanako Takatsuki, official voice actor for Hanamura Kuniko. So why is Ariosoft still taking 40% and do nothing in Japan local relationship? Lol. Where did I see that the cover corp is suing him? I can't find it anymore. He's like, bet I'll run up the bill and you pay for it. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, the original comment? Yeah, okay, let me see. It's not me who's wrong, it's the world. Mr. Leung, shouldn't you look in the mirror first and see what you're buzzing about in the video? Why do players have to speak for the announcer? Why stand on the same side as you? What does the announcer's salary delay have to do with you? You're not their boss. Don't be self-righteous. You help them defend their rights. It's obviously overstepping your authority and overstepping your authority. You are not helping the announcers at all. You're the one who breached the contract. The second clause of the contract states marketing, advertising, support, and retail services costs shall be borne by Ariosoft. But provided that Ariosoft never gave you written consent to you to sign these anchors and has not come forward to sign any industrial and commercial contract with any of the anchors. Yeah, that's the thing, is he went ahead and told these he went ahead and had these creators sponsor his DLC without Ariosoft's approval, written consent, or even a contractual agreement. Ariosoft only asked him to recommend a few candidates. They did not authorize him to sign the contract of his own initiative and then get a bill to be reimbursed. It's your act, not Ariosoft's corporate act, that you sign a contract with the announcer, and people are under no obligation to pay for your mess. To chase pay, it should be chasing you, Shiko Leung, not Ariosoft, understand? There's a bit of a mistranslation, but he's basically saying him that you signed a contract with the content creators. They are under no obligation to clean up your mess, and you're going there and trying to chase the money. They should be chasing your money. Like, you're gonna get sued, is what he's telling him. Why can't you get a commission? You said the dividends were used to pay back development fees. In fact, you asked Ariosoft in advance to get 10,000 euros of turnover, interest-free loans, for what you called project development, and then slowly deducted it with future turnover. It's fair to pay off debts. You send someone money and they deduct it from your dividend, which itself is your dividend. Why do you owe someone money and still want to be paid? What a joke. Players don't buy, you blame the players. There's something wrong with the map, you don't fix the map, but instead specialize in catching the person who raised the problem and throwing all the hammers at the issues. Players want results, not process. But your logic is players not buying equals no money equals no motivation to update equals players' fault. Your ability to unarm your shoulders is top notch. What do you use to judge players, and why should players pay for your attitude? He's basically acting like a game journalist. Finally, a few words to all the players. Thank you for purchasing the Numazu DLC. I know some people buy it for the cars and the map, and there are many who buy it just for the cars, but the quality of the DLC and this is farce. I only sincerely say sorry to you on behalf of the vehicle production team. The face of the main creator is indeed very disgusting. But as a partner, we have a responsibility. Please bear with me and thank you for your support to us. All right, Mr. Long, read more contracts when you have time and sell less miserably. Oh, shit. Aura Studio statement from Tsingy to Numazu, final chapter, legal crisis, pivot, and legacy. Oh my god. Critical legal crisis. Due to Aerosoft's intentional failure to pay the approved marketing budget for over 2 months, the legal department of Cover Corp, the parent company of Hololive, has issued a final legal ultimatum to Aurora Studio. They're suing him, not Aerosoft, which is probably why they replied all, so Cover would know that this guy scammed them. If the outstanding USD $10,500 is not settled by July 17, Cover Corp will immediately initiate formal legal proceedings against our studio to recover the debt and legal expenses. Under this crushing legal and financial pressure caused entirely by the German publisher, our studio cash flow is completely depleted. Consequently, we can no longer sustain the development of our new project or the maintenance of our existing title. In light of this devastating situation, we have made the following critical decisions. They're suspending it. They're suspending the Revenant of Tsushima, which he previously announced to be like the follow-up to his game. Permanent cessation of updates for OMSI 2 Project Numazu, and Steam refund urgency. In response to Aerosoft's bad faith withholding of PR budgets and their attempts to fraudulently transfer debt onto our studio through account manipulation, Aura Studio hereby permanently ceases all maintenance and future updates for OMSI 2 Project Numazu. Is he allowed to do that in this contract? Like, they invested in him, they fronted him the money. There was no clause protecting them from this? We know many of you purchased this game to support us. If you're dissatisfied with it, we strongly urge all players to apply for a refund. So now he's urging everybody who bought it to refund their games. That was a week ago, and his newest update says he was adding new update. Oh, I thought this came after. This makes him sound even crazier. Oh yeah, so the most recent update is him saying he got all the rights back. So I guess now he doesn't want people to refund anymore, because now he's getting the money from the sales, so he doesn't want the refunds anymore. And now he's saying he's expanding and doing more updates. That guy is a nutcase. What the fuck? He is crazy. Yeah, because that was the legal thing was on the 17th, and his most recent statement is a week later on the 25th, today. Wild. Guys, I take it back, don't refund. Hey, you, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button, and I'll see you in the next video.